What's on, guys? It's me, RonBA, not RoNBA, Romba. It's RonBA, alright, just so you all get it right. Alright guys, so today I wanted to talk about the Porzingis trade. This trade no one expected. Even Adrian Wojnarowski didn't really expect it, let's face it. He put on his Twitter 2 hours that Porzingis may want to be traded. So no one saw this coming. And it's a really odd trade because you would expect them to at least keep Porzingis for a little while longer despite him requesting a trade, as he does have a 4-year contract extension with the Knicks. So it is slightly odd. However, obviously Kristaps Porzingis has torn his ACL, and being someone who's 7'3", like lanky as fuck, you kind of might have a few issues with that. And obviously I hope he comes back same player, if not a better player, but there's a slight possibility that he won't be. And also it's quite a bad tear, he's been out for over a year now. To all of you who think this is a dub for New York, you are mad. Like, look who they're getting. They are getting Wesley Matthews, who's on an expiring contract, as well as DeAndre Jordan. If both of them are on long-term deals, it's a fair trade. But both of them are expiring in 2019, which means that they're basically just salary fillers, basically. Then you've got Dennis Smith Jr., who's the centre of the trade for the Knicks, and I don't really see the point of that. The Knicks already have Frank Ntilikina, who should develop into a good point guard. They have loads of young guards which have potential. They don't need any more guards. They need bigs like Porzingis. The only other big they have who's semi-decent is Enes Kanter, who literally can't play defense. Hence why they're struggling to win games. And they also got 2 first-round picks, I believe 2021 and 22. But the only problem with that is, with the Mavs expected to get better and the potential of the nasty duo of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, who both come from the EuroLeague, by the way, they'd be looking to be very late first-round picks. So they're not as valuable as you may think. And obviously the Knicks also traded away Tim Hardaway Jr., who's earning like $17 million a year for the next 3 seasons, and he is basically just a shot chucker. He doesn't improve the team at all. So, but then to be fair, he would be good to help the Knicks tank. But yeah, he's basically nothing in the deal. So who I think the winner of this trade? Definitely the Mavs, because in the end of the day, they're getting a superstar power forward who's 22 years old, immense potential, great shooter, great height. Yeah, he's not got great athleticism, but he could also turn into quite a good defender potentially. However, I do feel like the Knicks have got some sort of plan, because now they've got nearly enough for 3 max contracts in the off-season. That's how much cap space they've got. So, and apparently, from stories I've heard, is that they've traded for Dennis Smith Jr. as bait for other trades to get superstars. So for instance, if they trade Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, they're supposedly trading Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, and Dennis Smith Jr. and future first-round picks for Anthony Davis. And if they get Anthony Davis, they still have enough cap space for 2 other max level players. And the other thing I wanted to look at this week was Anthony Davis requesting a trade. Now, to some people, this has come not as a shock at all, but to me personally, this is a massive shock, as AD has said multiple times in the off-season that he wants to be like Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, other players who stay with one team their whole career. But potentially, maybe it's just changed from now. And it is also odd, as he has signed with a new agent who is LeBron James' best friend. So this could be ultimately a plan to get Anthony Davis on the Lakers, which personally I'm against, because I do not like it when players behind the NBA's back create super teams. I don't like that because it's unfair to the smaller franchises competing. Like, I feel bad for New Orleans because they've got a generational talent who they'll never get again, and they can't do anything about it. He's just requesting a trade and he's going to go to a bigger organisation. They can't do a thing about it. I honestly feel really bad for them. But they could get quite a lot out. Well, they will get quite a lot out of this trade because you're getting a top 5 player in the NBA who averaged 28 points a game last season, the most dominant player in the NBA beside LeBron James. And you can ask for whatever you want because he's tied into a long-term deal. And from the Lakers, they'll literally have to give up their whole young core. Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, and maybe even a first-round pick to get him. That's how valuable he is. And people have been saying he should get traded to the Celtics, but that's not possible because there's this rule called the Derrick Rose rule, which means they can't trade for him. I'll pop that up on the screen now, exactly what that is, because it is a bit of a complicated rule. Not many people know it, and so forth. And I've literally, for days, I've been thinking about what team he would be traded to, and I've been thinking, like, just wishing that he'd be traded to my Pistons, but that's never going to happen. We don't have the assets for that. And I genuinely think that he could potentially be traded to Toronto. If you think about it, Kawhi Leonard becomes a free agent in the 2019 offseason. And if you bring Anthony Davis, a superstar, a top 5 player in the NBA, to the Toronto Raptors, which they have the assets to do because they're probably the greatest bench in the NBA, many draft picks, they could trade on those Spicy P, Valanciunas would be a good one, but he doesn't really have high value. Ibaka, they've so many players that they could trade for him, even Kyle Lowry. But I wouldn't advise that because if they're able to keep Kyle Lowry, as they will be able to do, that is a big threat. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. And sorry about not uploading last week, by the way. My bad. I'm really close to 100 subscribers, so please just bash it out. And I'll see you next time.